Hello everyone, thanks for getting to today's third and final video. So we're going to have a look at weather the next 10 to 14 days for today's third and final video. Day 10 is going to take us just into the start of August, so we'll be able to extend out beyond that. We extended GFS and ECM ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFSV2 for August at the end of the video. We'll bring you up to date with everything that's going on in the tropical Atlantic. Things are increasingly ramping up at the moment in the tropical Atlantic, so we'll bring you up to date with everything that's happening there in a moment. Just say that the first video released today was the European Outlook, so that's having a look at weather in detail for the next week to 10 days across Europe. That's YouTube exclusive, so you need to go to the YouTube channel to have a look at that. And also JMA Friday, of course, month-end look ahead, as always, on a Friday with the Japanese and CFSV2 models. Okay, so let's get on with it, then. We're going to start off by having a look, excuse me, at what's happening in the tropical Atlantic. So, we've got two tropical storms and a disturbance area. Let's deal with the disturbance area first of all. This yellow X just here over towards the coast of Africa. That's disturbance 1, and it's got a 0% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours, but a 30% chance in the next 5 days. So the National Hurricane Center are saying that a tropical wave located around 300 miles southeast of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing an area of cloudiness and disorganized thunderstorms. The disturbance is expected to move westward across the tropical Atlantic during the next several days, and some gradual development of this system is possible by early next week when it reaches the western tropical Atlantic. So it's going to move in this sort of direction, of course. It'll get picked up by the trade wind. It's going to be pushed in that sort of direction. And as it moves into this sort of area, it may start to develop. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. We've also got Tropical Storm Hannah in the Gulf of Mexico just here. That's Tropical Storm Hannah just there. Currently giving maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 1001 millibars, moving west-northwest at 9 miles per hour. Let's click on Hannah and see what's going to happen with us. So we go to warnings and static images. And this tropical storm is going to move into southwestern parts of southeastern parts of Texas. So the current position of Hannah is just there. Moving on to this Gulf Coast of Texas during the next couple of days. So by tomorrow, hitting the coast there. And then moving inland into Mexico by the time we get through to Sunday and Monday. Will bring heavy showers, torrential rain and thunderstorms to that Gulf Coast of Texas and also into Mexico as well. And then, of course, we have Tropical Storm. Let's go back to it. We've got Tropical Storm Gonzalo just here in the southern part of the tropical Atlantic. There is Tropical Storm Gonzalo. So let's click on Gonzalo and see what's going to happen with this. So still forecast to make it to a hurricane, but not for all that long. But by tomorrow, the National Hurricane Center has this as a Category 1 hurricane. Just there. We'll explain the categories in a moment. So at the moment, a tropical storm just here becomes a Category 1 hurricane briefly tomorrow. By Sunday, back down to a tropical storm moving in that sort of direction, kind of between Venezuela in South America and Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic up here, go through these islands through here. And of course, it'll carry on moving in that direction. There's a lot of warm water around here, so there may be further development next week with Gonzalo. But at the moment, it's like a Category 1 hurricane, maybe sometime tomorrow, and then back down to a tropical storm through Sunday and into Monday. So I'll just show you the discussion with it so you can see the mean maximum sustained winds. And this is what determines the categories. So I'll explain that in a moment. So these are the maximum winds at the moment. So at the moment, Gonzalo is giving maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour. 24 hours time, that goes to 70 miles per hour. In 36 hours time, it's up to 75 miles per hour. Remember, these are forecasts. 75 miles per hour, and then back down to 65, 45, and 40 miles per hour through Sunday, and then into the start of next week. So how they come by, like category 1, category 2, category 3, and so on, is with the Saffir-Simpson scale. So these are the categories just here. We've got category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, and the strongest category is category 5. So to get a category 1 hurricane, you have to have maximum sustained winds of 74 to 95 miles per hour. So like the minimum to get a category 1 hurricane would be 74 miles per hour. Anything under that is going to remain as a tropical storm. So category 2 is 96 to 110 miles per hour. Category 3 is 111 to 125 miles per hour on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Category 4 is 130 to 156 miles per hour. And remember, these are maximum sustained winds, so gusts can be in excess of this. Like a category 1 hurricane, if the maximum sustained wind is 74 to 95 miles per hour, then gusts will be probably up to or in excess of 100 miles per hour. Category 5, which is the strongest category of hurricane, devastation will be the result of a category 5 hurricane over any sort of land area. That is maximum sustained winds of 157 miles per hour or above. So let's just go back to this with Gonzalo. So it only barely makes it to a category 1 hurricane in 24 hours time at 70 miles per hour. That's still a tropical storm. In 36 hours time though, it does just pop up to 75 miles per hour forecast. So that just gets it above the minimum of 74 miles per hour to become a category 1 hurricane. If that gets downgraded any further, then this will not make it to hurricane status. And then only sort of briefly, 36 hours is maximum sustained at 75 miles per hour, and then in 48 hours by Sunday it's back down to 65, 45 and 40, back down to a tropical storm and so on. So that's how the categories are worked out. So I thought I'd just explain that because you'll be hearing a lot about category 1, category 2, category 3. If what we think about this hurricane season is correct, you will also be hearing quite a lot about category 4 and category 5. I think later on in the season, I think we will have at least one category 5 hurricane. Could be more than that actually, if this season is as big a season as we think it's going to be. So yes, that's how the categories are worked out. It's worked out on the sort of strength of the wind through the Saffir-Simpson scale. We find that interesting, and of course we will keep you updated over the next few days, weeks and months on how this hurricane season is progressing. Right, coming closer to home, let's have a look at the GWV upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. Looking at Southampton today on the south coast. The red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Southampton. We're quite close to average at the moment. We're going to see a temperature sliding away over the next few days. It is going to become cooler through the weekend and into the first part of next week. Then we get quite a dramatic lift up in the temperature, though. We are getting quite a dramatic lift up in the temperature, only very briefly. It barely lasts 24 hours, but by around this time next week we have possibly at around 15 Celsius at 850 HPA, and some of these on some members are actually taking the temperature hotter than that. These ones up here, can you believe it, are taking the temperature up to 20 degrees at 850 HPA. A little bit of a heat spike. Again, only very, very briefly though. And then within around 24 hours, the temperature is back down once again. It's all over. And as we go through the first week of August, it looks pretty cool, really, through the first week of August. But yes, we have got a lift up in the temperature being forecast there. It could become quite hot around this time next week, so that's the 31st of July to the 1st of August. By the 2nd of August, it's probably all over, but we could get a couple of quite hot days in around 1 week's time. Precipitation-wise, it looks quite unsettled. Remember, this is by the south coast, so I expect it to be quite dry there. Quite a bit of rain over the weekend into the early part of next week. Temperatures are lifting up. It does go a little bit drier. Then the rainfall spikes are coming back. That could be associated with thunder as the temperature lowers. And then we go into what looks like quite an unsettled first week of August. Temperature anomalies from the 24th of July to the 1st of August are around to a little bit below average for the UK and for Ireland too. Precipitation anomalies from the 24th of July to the 1st of August. The extreme southeast corner is actually slightly drier than average, but most parts of the UK and Ireland actually forecast to be a little bit wetter than average there in the week ahead. This is how things are looking in terms of the upper level winds and jet streams and whatnot from earthnullschool.net today. So low pressure is in the ascendancy as it has been through the month. Really, low pressure is up here. There's more weather systems coming in off the Atlantic, heading in that direction. They'll be with us. Well, they'll be across Ireland, like this afternoon into this evening. But for the rest of us, they'll be pushing eastwards tonight and into tomorrow. Got quite a wet day coming up with heavy showers and longer spells of rain. And yes, low pressure just continues to rule the roost. Really got plenty of low pressure in the Atlantic through here. There's more low pressure over here. That will probably be with us through the early part of that next week as well. And it is quite a buoyant Atlantic that we've got at the moment, bringing in these spells of rain, and also cool westerly winds, of course. I can actually overlay the temperature with this. Somebody emailed me, tell me that I can show you the temperature as well, overlaid. So there we go. That's the temperatures right now. So you can see how cool the air is that we're bringing in off the Atlantic Ocean. You can see how we're sort of bringing the air out of Greenland, actually, in the very far north of the Atlantic, and into the UK. So that's the reason it's cool and has been through much of this month, actually. Looks pretty warm across many parts of particularly southern Europe down here. And warmth sort of up the eastern side of America. That's Florida, of course, there. So this is all tropical Atlantic type stuff around here. Cooler up here around Newfoundland and up to Canada, of course. Really amazing, these charts from earthnullschool.net. I hope you're enjoying these charts that we're including in the videos every day. I think they're absolutely amazing images. So let me know in the comments if you are enjoying these 3D wind and now temperature images, and I think that'll be really fascinating to see when we get into the winter, because in the winter you'll be able to see the real contrast between the northern latitudes and like the middle of the Atlantic, and what's fueling the jet stream and all of that sort of thing in the westerlies. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these 3D images from earthnullschool.net. Right, coming back to the UK Met Office then. So this is how the UK Met looks for Monday. So on Monday we've got low pressure northwest Scotland, and we've also got another area of low pressure down here. That's going to be moving in. Could well give many of us quite a wet day on Monday, especially across England and Wales. Temperatures will be really dismal too. Tuesday, low pressures over the country, so cool and showery at very least. Could be cool and wet on Tuesday. Low pressure gets out of Scandinavia on Wednesday, and then a slight little bump of, a slight little ridge. These said a bump of high pressure. It's not even that, just like a little ridge building up from the southwest on Wednesday. Could get a slightly drier day, but it will still be quite cool. And then we go through to Thursday, so we've got low pressure to our east, low pressure to our west. There's sort of been a slack gradient on Thursday, possibly bringing some warmth up into the south. That's as far as we go with the UK Met. This is how the GFS 6 o'clock run is looking. Again, we've got this low pressure coming in on Monday, I should say. That's going to bring quite a bit of rain with it, and temperatures will be quite cool as well. Tuesday looks showery. Wednesday, sort of a slight little ridge building. could kill off the showers a bit, but temperatures will still be cool. Then Thursday and Friday, we start to build up this ridge over into the east of the country. And that starts to allow winds to pull up from the south. So we've got a classic scenario here of low pressure out to the west. High pressure is to our east. We're drawing up southerly winds. And so that's going to bring up some warmth from the south, but only very temporarily. There's the upper air temperatures for Friday, showing that 15 Celsius ice firm is making it onto the south coast. However, by 6 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday. By 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, it's all over, really. This low pressure is coming in off the Atlantic. There'll be some sort of frontal system with it, probably a cold front, maybe an occlusion. But there'll be a front that's coming in across the country, possibly triggering thunder, certainly triggering some wet weather. And then behind that, of course, the winds will swing back into the west and all of the warmth will be pushed away. There's the upper air temperature over 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. They do look very warm. Possibly you would actually say the southeast quite hot. But bear in mind, this is like a 24-hour wonder, and then it's all over. By Sunday 2nd of August, we're just into this cool, showery westerly wind, and temperatures by then are lowering quite a lot. In the extended range of this GFS run, very unsettled. Monday the 3rd of August, day 10, looks wet across much of the country, probably quite cool by then again as well. Further showers or longer spells of rain, really, as we go through that first week of August, never settling down, never particularly warm. Just looking quite disappointing there through the first week of August once we get that little heat spike out of the way. So how the GEM is looking. So again, Monday we're bringing in an area of low pressure off the Atlantic, cool and quite wet. Then that low clears away to the east on Tuesday, leaves us cool and showery. Wednesday, showery, cool but a little bit drier. Thursday, ridge beginning to build across the country, turning us drier. Temperatures in the south possibly beginning to recover a bit. Friday, this is this time next week, last day of July, high pressure to our east, low pressure to west. Winds are being drawn up from a southerly southeast direction. It's getting hotter. And as we go through to Saturday, actually the GM makes a little bit more of these hot southerly winds. So by Saturday the 1st of August, we're still sort of within those hot southerlies. Our air temperatures really lifting up. 15 Celsius ice firm there is through England and Wales. We're almost bringing the 20 Celsius ice firm onto the south coast. So that will definitely get temperatures to around 30 degrees, I think, maybe more for the first day of August. But again, the suggestion is there, but by the time we get through to the 2nd of August, we're breaking it down. It's probably turning thundery, which does look like a thundery low that we've got here. So thunderstorms breaking out through the weekend of the 1st, 2nd of August. Temperatures still very warm, actually, even on Sunday the 2nd of August with the upper air temperature, but beginning to lower a little bit. By the time you get through to day 10, it looks like we're into a cooler, showery, northwesterly regime. Upper air temperatures are lowering a lot. That warm spell goes on around 24 hours longer with the GEM compared to the GFS, but probably is a little bit more thundery, if anything. And then finally the ECM. So again, low pressure is coming in on Monday. That will be bringing quite a bit of heavy rain with it and dismal temperatures. Cool and showery on Tuesday, still cool and showery on Wednesday. Then in comes this little ridge for Thursday, telling us drier. For the south, could be a little bit warmer. Friday, this time next week, again, we've got this ridge over to the east of the country. Winds are pulling up from the south, so the upper air temperatures are beginning to lift up. It's getting warmer late next week. That's Saturday the 1st of August, again quite a hot southerly to southeasterly wind, high pressure to the east, low pressure to the west. Yes, the upper air temperatures look pretty hot actually, 15 Celsius ice firm through the country. This is all about the timings though. So, I mean, this is midnight on Saturday, so if that sort of 15 Celsius ice firm is swept away by sort of breakfast Saturday, then temperatures will lower through next Saturday. If that 15 Celsius ice firm hangs around through Saturday, then Saturday 1st of August could be quite a hot day down in the south and southeast, albeit with an increasing risk of thunderstorms. By Sunday the 2nd of August, it looks like we've got a proper thundery breakdown going on here. That does suggest thunder, really, maybe some big thunderstorms possible with that on Sunday the 2nd of August. Upper temperatures are still looking quite hot, so that would suggest probably quite a hot day for Saturday the 1st. Temperatures into the low 30s Celsius potentially there from the south-southeast, but with an increasing risk of thunderstorms. And by day 10, that thundery low is over, and to the east of the country, much cooler air is beginning to dig back in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures are starting to fall away, as you would expect. So yeah, a bit of a heat spike in around a week's time, but otherwise cool before it and cool after it. And the heat spike could contain quite a bit of thunder as well, which I know a lot of you convective fans will be getting quite excited about. So more about that, I would have thought, in the videos in the coming days. This is the rainfall forecast from Meteo.com. So we're bringing wet weather in off the Atlantic today and tonight. That's particularly the central and northern areas. Into tomorrow, there'll be lots of heavy showers, longer spells of rain. Could be some thunder mixed in with that, even going into the south and southeast with some of these downpours as well tomorrow. All of those push away into the North Sea through the course of Saturday night. Sunday we're left with showers in the north and west, mainly dry in the east. Monday, in comes the wet weather off the Atlantic for England and Wales, giving a cool, wet day. Showers still left with Tuesday. Then that ridge gets going Wednesday through Thursday, starts to dry out, and temperatures in the south will begin to warm up. That's Friday, a week's time, last day of July, looking mainly dry away from the far northwest Scotland, Northern Ireland, anyway, where there is some shower rain. Temperatures will be lifting up as winds are swinging into the south and the southeast. Then into the weekend of the 1st and the 2nd of August, a growing risk of thunderstorms breaking out here. Yeah, that looks really potentially very thundery for many parts of England and Wales there. Don't take the areas of rain too literally, it's over a week away. But it does potentially look very thundery there for the first weekend of August. Quite exciting if it comes off. These are options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 3rd of August. We have 20 members of the ECM ensembles that have a trough of low pressure over the top of the country combined with northern blockings, so they look cool and unsettled. 19 just here with low pressure to our east. Again, they're looking quite cool and unsettled. And then 12, which does include the operational and control run. The operational run is the one I've just been looking at, of course, that has like a thundery low developing to the south-southwest with a ridge to the east and drawing up those southerly winds. So, actually not great support for that thundery, hot thundery weather, I don't think, within the ECM ensembles with this option. Looks like the main thrust of the ECM ensembles is more towards here and here, which is a rather cooler and more unsettled scenario for the beginning of August. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got, which is the 8th of August. So we have 21 members of the ECM ensembles then, with high pressure just to our west, bringing like a westerly wind. So it could be a little bit dry, but probably quite cool with that. 16 with low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. They're going to be quite cool and unsettled. And then 14 with high pressure sitting over and to the east of the country, and would be drawing up warm to potentially very warm southerly winds, so a bit of a change on that one. That's something we've not seen before, though. Those 14 man option just there would be a rather drier and warmer scenario there as we're moving into the 2nd week of August. We shall see. Finally, the CFS-V2. These are 500 millibar heights. No, they're not. These are 700 millibar heights broken down. No, they're not broken down. These are 700 millibar heights for, this is the 700, let's do all that again. This is the 700 millibar height anomaly from the CFS-V2 for August 2020. Yes, it is, and it's showing a trough of low pressure below average heights over top of the UK and northern Europe, combined with some northern blocking around Greenland. It was then a jet stream southwards, and it will suggest quite a cool, unwet and unsettled month, actually, for August. There's no signal for temperature anomalies, but given the scenario, you would probably expect quite an autumnal type month. And no signal for precipitation, but obviously with a trough of low pressure over top of the country, combined with northern blocking and the jet stream being pushed southwards, you would expect quite a wet month as well. So if that came off, that 700 millibar height anomaly for August 2020, you would expect quite a cool and wet month, I think. rounding off what would be a very, very poor summer. Okay, that's it then. So, it looks like it's still a heat spike in around a week's time. Not a done deal, I don't think, but the evidence is growing that we might push the temperature up very, very briefly and temporarily, like Friday the 31st to Saturday the 1st of August. So last day of July, first day of August, we might get a heat spike. If we do, it looks like it's very quickly pushed away, and thunder could be the result of that. Before that's going to be cool and unsettled, and after that it looks like probably going to be quite cool and unsettled as well. We shall see. We'll bring you up to date, of course, with the developments over the coming few days. Right, no live stream tonight. I've got to do the second autumn 2020 season 1 roundup. So no live tonight. We'll be going live again on Sunday at 6 o'clock. Before then, though, tomorrow we've got the weekend forecast. We've got a 10 to 14 day video update again. And tomorrow we will have that season 1 roundup for you. First video up, get all long-range miles together and see what they're showing for the autumn. On Sunday we've got some autumn analysts. It's going to be a bit of a QBO special, that one, so it's going to be quite interesting. Also GavsWeatherVids Sunday roundup, and as I say, we'll be live streaming at 6 o'clock on Sunday. We definitely will. Have a great weekend. Keep checking back for all of the updates. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching.